garbage. How confident am I that I'm going to draw another land? I mean, I'll have around a 30-some% chance twice. It's a gamble. Let's keep it. That's the worst that could happen. Hopefully I can curve out. Tide Shaper on 2 tends to win a lot of games. So. And that's a Triumph, which is great. Ether Vial. Now, I should... I might be able to get Ether Vial down this turn, which would be pretty good. But I am going to Tide Shaper anyway, because this is a... Well, I should probably get Ether Vial down. I'm getting Ether Vial down. Tide Shaper can come later. Because if I don't draw another land, Ether Vial is going to save me. And next turn, if I do draw a land, I can go... possibly after something else. There's the Wall of Omens. Okay. So it's some sort of blinky control deck, probably. Ephemerates and things like that. Another Ether Vial. Well, I'm going to kick this now. Opponent doesn't have white, apparently, so maybe we can mana screw our opponent a little bit. Chances are he will have white next turn, but maybe not. There's the Flooded Strand. So I guess there was no mana screwing here. Okay. Let's go up. There's a Trickster. Well, I could get another Ether Vial down, which is okay. Or I could attack with Mutavault. I don't think Mutavault attack, an extra 3 damage, probably not worth the Ether Vial, so I'm going to get this Ether Vial down now. Might bait out a counterspell or something. And I can attack with both of these and put in an Island Walkalord, so that my opponent cannot block. Put in Lord of Atlantis first, because Master is better in general. Opponent might have a removal spell and block anyway, but that's fine. He'd use it anyway. And he does not do anything. Unfortunately, I can't get any F6 value out of this because Curse Catcher might still need to be sacked for something. I do like me some excess F6 value. So there's an Archmage's Charm. Drawing 2 cards, sure. He might have been waiting to steal my Ether Vial. People tend to like to steal things. There's the Helix, it's fine. Gains 3 life. Apparently it's Jeskai Control. This one, no. This one, yes. There's a Chalice of the Void. Chalice on 1 is pretty powerful here. It'll probably bait out a counterspell. I'm going to attack first and Violin the Master if he wants to... No, I do have Curse Catcher. Yeah, so let's attack first and put in the Lord. That way, if I have to sack the Curse Catcher to protect the Lord or something, or sack the Curse Catcher to protect against the counterspell, the Chalice will resolve and I'll get my extra 2 damage in. Okay. These decks tend to be pretty heavy on 1 mana spells. There's Lightning Bolts and Opts, Serum Visions, Path, things like that. So Chalice on 1 is actually doing more than it looks like a lot of the time. Let's tick both of these up. Yes. Actually, I won't tick up the second one because I want to flash both of these in. And a Force of the Negation. That's alright. It would be better if I had an extra land. But I am going to try to get in here. Looks like Cryptic Command might be coming, so I am going to move to combat without activating the Mutavault. And just these two is fine. Let's get in an extra Lord there. My opponent has 7 cards in hand. He has to have something. Restoration Angel, sure. And he has nothing apparently. Or maybe the Chalice locked him out more than I thought it would. He might have had a handful of Lightning Bolts and Path's Exiles or something. Okay, so Jeskai control blinky stuff apparently. I kind of want my 3rd Force against Jaces and Teferis. Sounds good. Tide Shaper is not great. Even though he is Jeskai, he does use a lot of islands, and I'm probably not going to mana screw my opponent here. Kind of like cutting a few of these to bring in a couple of relics, which does stop Snapcasters a little bit, and they cycle, which is pretty good. And these Jeskai lists are using Dragon Rage's Chandler a lot of time, so let's try that. I don't think I want anything else. My opponent isn't playing any Yorion, so I don't think it's the Yorion Aethervial list. Do I want anything else? I might want Rex Sages or Collector Roofs if we suspect he's playing the Blades. Stoneforge Mystics. Might be better to have a couple of Rex Sages in because of Stoneforge Mystic instead of Relics, perhaps. Chalice isn't great in this matchup either. It's all right. Bring back one of these, take out one of these. Putting in the Dismembers. Don't see a need to use Relic right now. Let's try that. Adding into the Dismembers, because if he's playing the Stoneforge package with Kaldra, it's the only way to kill Kaldra, and it's really hard to race Kaldra, especially on the draw. On the play, it's not as necessary. I'll keep this. On the play, it's usually better to be aggressive, but okay, let's Merfolk this and Ether Vial. Wall of Omens. Island Walk Lords are what usually wins these games. We're off to an okay start. There's the Dismember. I'm not going to get a Breeding Pool here since the only green spell that I have in the deck is Mistbinder, and I can cast it off Cavern of Souls, so I'll save myself the life. I'll be sad if he breaks my land, but it's fine. I only have 3 more of these in the deck, and I didn't side in Collect Roof or anything like that. Heavy on Ether Vial on 1 with Curse Catcher in the hand, usually very good. Bolts, sure. This has won me many a game. We'll tick this up. I kind of want to hold up Dismember, so I'm going to leave the Ether Vial here to just flash in Silvergill Adept. I kind of don't want to flash in Silvergill Adept, draw a card, play another Lord into a Verdict, so let's leave this for the end of turn. There's another Ether Vial. Kind of want to... Another Ether Vial. That's not good. Okay, Lord of Atlantis. That's pretty good. Let's flash you in, see if I can get some free damage in. He probably has a removal spell for Lord, but that's fine. Yeah, no. Kind of want to deny him his card advantage. It's not great. He did it now so that he would take 1 less damage from Curse Catcher, but the value of Curse Catcher is just going down over time, so... I kind Kind of want to crack this waterlogged grove at the end of turn. And Archmage's Charm is a 2-for-1, so. Resto. Now, I could dismember the Wall of Omens so he doesn't draw a card, but really, if I'm dismembering Wall of Omens, I'm probably losing. So, just let him do it. He might be playing the Kiki combo that has Restoration Angel with Kiki Jiki. So fine, you can have your Resto. That dismember is still pretty important. Tide Shaper, not great. No to you. Yes to you. Trickster. Okay, well, we'll play you with Kicker. Turn off one of your triumphs, not that it's super important right now. I could Trickster the Restoration Angel and attack, but I'd rather he attack me instead and have the Trickster go after the wall so he can't block. It's probably more damage. Anger of the Gods is not great. Not great at all. Well, might as well make him pay an extra for it. You got it, opponent. I could just dismember the resto here. Probably will. Kind of don't like this guy attacking me all the time. And he will exile because of the anger. Not that I don't think he can really use his graveyard anyway. Get a resto from the graveyard. Let's continue Operation Bing Bong. I think I'll tick both of these up. There's a force, a bit late. A bit late. Opponent isn't doing much either, but the more time he gets, the better it is for him. So we'll force this. It is a 2-for-1. I dislike my opponent having 2-for-1s, especially when his deck kind of depends on him. If I draw an Island Walk Lord, at least I'll start getting in for damage. There's Svielen. Svielen's a good one. Doesn't get angered, doesn't get lightning bolted, but it does get pathed. So I bet there's more Anger's Lightning Bolts and Helixes than there are paths. So Snapcaster Path. That's fine. At least I'll have less of a chance of drawing another land. I have drawn 3 Ether Vials. There's a Mutavault. We'll keep this in my hand. It doesn't really matter. Opponent draws 2. I think that's his 3rd Archmage's Charm. Yeah, it is. 3 charms. It's not bad. Kiki-Jiki, thought so. So he is the Kiki-Jiki restoration deck. He's probably just going to use him to draw cards with Wall of Omens right now. I don't have another Dismember for the Kiki. Wish I did. He's making an extra blocker on my turn. Ugh. Accidentally took the vial up. That's okay. I think we're gonna lose anyway. Let's yeah, that's a land. Okay, game 3. Game 3. I think it's not as bad as a matchup as it seems to be. Chalice seems a bit meh. Probably cut down on 1. Tideshaper still seems bad. He has 3 colors, but his land base is pretty good. Might want Pithy Needle for Kiki-Jiki. If Kiki resolves, I mean his combo is creature based, so Force of Negation isn't as good. I'll still keep it in there because the opponent plays Anger of the Gods and things like that. And 28 creatures, so I'm going a bit light on creatures. Don't want to cut another creature. I'll probably cut another Chalice. Ether Vial's just really good. Okay, I can curve out with this hand. I have 2 Svielens. The first one's probably going to get killed anyway, so I'll keep that. When I reveal the Svielen with Silvergill, he'll probably keep a removal spell handy for it. So it's nice to have 2. Not bad. There's the Triome. I think he's had land Triome every time since we started. I drew the Tideshaper. Well, since it is a Triome, I think I will Tideshaper it. I mean, there's a chance that it'll land screw him, so I kind of like that. It probably won't. But if there's a chance, I mean, it makes his Lightning Helixes harder. It makes that makes his plays harder, right? Plus, if he doesn't have another white, he won't be able to play Wall of Omens. He might have to fetch and shock. I think it's probably the correct play. Drawing the card there isn't going to get me the win. There's a Plains. So he doesn't have red, which is nice. There's a Lord. But I do want to play efficiently here and play Svielen. I'm going to attack first. He might spend a path to exile. He does. That's good. Thank you. So I guess I did screw him a little bit. But a path is great for when I want to slam Svielen. He only has so many path to exiles. And this one of those creatures that just has to be answered, right? Snap path. Not great when I have Curse Catcher, huh? I want to keep Svielen in play because she can attack over Snapcaster and she draws cards when she's attacked, so it's all nice. Nice and groovy. Okay, so I probably want to do Silvergill Lord and attack. Let's do that. This is the newly controlled, okay. Silvergill. I want to make sure Snapcaster can't block and increase my Merfolk density so that Svielen is indestructible in case of a sweeper. There's a Cavern, that's pretty good. He does play Archmage's Charm. See, and that Curse Catcher saving Svielen is why he's so much better than a Comena Speaker. Yeah, okay. First match down. Phantasmal Bear. Cool. Okay, match 2. I am on the play again. Let's try this. Tide Shaper. This is a drop 2, pretty much. I could play him as a drop 1. SWPC. Don't know him. Okay, I guess I'll keep. He is mulliganing to 6. Would be nice to Tide Shaper on 2, right? Yeah, probably. I'll just do land go. Doesn't let me curve out though. I'll cast it. Screw it. My opponent's probably playing blue anyway. Blue's the best color in Magic. There you go. Thoughtseize. Okay, guessing Svielen is going to the grave. There it is. It looks like Death Shadow. Let's help him along a little bit. Can't think of many decks that play Watery Grave Thoughtseize that aren't Death Shadow related. There's a Curse Catcher, which is pretty good. I could play the Waterlogged Grove, but I want to avoid giving myself damage because if he's playing Skyclave whateverness, he won't be able to play it. Curse Catcher's pretty good here. I think I'll just master it. He's keeping up double blue, so having stuff that can't be countered is pretty good. Opt for my opponent. Let's continue that Merfolk beatdown. Opponent's at 4 life. Probably regrets using Fetch Shock Thoughtseize. Okay. Now, Opt is not too common in Death Shadow matchups, I think. But either way, having seen blue, black with Thoughtseizes and Opts probably points me to Thought Shadow. Plus, he probably didn't fetch Shock there. He tried to get a basic, which Death Shadow does play an island. Yeah, well, I'm just going to assume it's Death Shadow and sideboard accordingly. So it's an attrition-based matchup, so I probably don't want Force of Negations. That's why I'm taking him out. Dismember doesn't kill his big stuff. Plus it kills myself, which is not great against the Skyclave dude. I think it's Skyclave, I forgot what he's called. Pithy Needles suck, Cursed Totem sucks, Collect Roofs meh, Reclamation Stage sucks, so I'm just going to put in the relics. I don't think I can land screw him, especially since I saw 2 islands. So I'm just going to put in relics and say go. Get me a little water, stay on the hydration. Five lands is not what I want to see. But one of them is Waterlogged Grove. And I can open with 2 mana, 2 creatures. But he is a Thoughtseize Inquisition deck, so this kinda probably sucks. I will mull. Merfolk. All Merfolk, all day, all the time. This is much better. I will keep the redundant Svielen. And I will probably bottom... I will probably bottom the island. I want spell density. Spells! There's a Street Wraith, Watery Grave, and no discard. That's pretty good. Okay. Let's go Cavern for Merfolk and Ether Vial. Stubborn Denial, sure. That's pretty bad, but it's fine. I have Silver Gale Adept. So he is playing Death Shadow. Confirmed Death Shadow. Let's draw a card. Hope to find that 3rd land, which I bottomed. And I do find the land. Great. Next turn I can play Svielen, which is pretty good. Opponent Thoughtseize Hours himself and opts. I'm guessing Gurmag Angler. He's playing traditional blue-black Death Shadow. Dimir Shadow, looks like. Murktide Regent. Or something just weird. Something weird. That's fine, I'm still gonna Svielen in here. I can race him. He's been pretty much killing himself with his lands. Wish I got the relic down a little bit sooner, but it's fine. Inquisition, sure. There goes Curse Catcher. Thought Scours himself. I will play Relic and crack it immediately because I don't want to see another Murktide Regent come in. And there's Death Shadow. Man, I am so good at guessing stuff. Okay, let's take that. And he probably plays Gurmag Angler too. So I think I will attack first. Kind of want to draw an extra land. Merfolk Trickster actually makes Death Shadow 13/13, so don't want to do that. If he blocks, I can transform Mutavault to make sure that Svielen is indestructible if he tries to cycle a Street Wraith or some nonsense. Okay, now I can do one of two things. I can either Trickster tap down Death Shadow, or I can Relic and pop it, and hopefully draw land to Trickster tap down Death Shadow. But I think it's better to just pop Relic now because I don't want to see another Murktide Regent. And if I don't draw the land, then I can just Curse Catcher. Oh crap! I just passed my turn. I'm an idiot. That's fine. I'll probably die. No, I'm dead. I really wanted to Curse Catcher that turn. Click too fast for my own good. Oh, there's the explosives. Yeah, I'm super dead. Okay. There's the land. Yep. Might have gotten that one. Okay, so I think same principle applies. Yep, that's good. I do want to play first, thank you. That is fine. Much better hand than last time. Don't have to mull. I'm going to lead on Vial. And I will turn to Chalice. It might get Stubborn Denialed, but if it does, whatever. He might just discard me. Yeah, Inquisition. It's probably going to take Chalice. Yeah, thought so. Okay. So I will Relic now. I'm in no rush to play out these Merfolkies. And Relic keeps his graveyard down. He probably plays Gurmag Angler as well as the Dragon Dude. And I do not want to see Dragon Dudes. Thought Scours himself. The dragon costs 7. There's a Mutavault. So I kind of want to do things at the end of his turn. Dragon costs 7. So with the fetch land, he has 3, 4, 5, 6. He has to put another card in his graveyard before he can dragon. So if he... So if he plays a land, he can just dragon, which is pretty bad. He thought scatters himself. Okay. That's fine. I'll just pop the relic now. Kind of don't want him playing nasty dragons. Opt. Okay. I think I'm still in a pretty good position here. Hey, Bean. What up? We are 1-0 this league against Death's Shadow. In game 2. This is actually game 3 against Death's Shadow. Match 2. Let's play out the Silver Gill. See what I draw. There's a Master. So far so good, but I don't think I want to Trickster this now. I could Trickster and attack, but that will just grow the Death Shadow. It's kind of dangerous. This Death Shadow deck does not play red. It's only blue-black. I think it's still worth it. If I can Violin my Lord next turn, attack with Mutavault, he'll be pretty close to dead, and he doesn't have Temur Battle Rage. He might have a Fatal Push, but that's fine. I still attack. I will not go up. That's good. An extra Mutavault is very nice. Okay, so I think I'll Violin the Lord now. Transform Mutavault. Just go for 6. Opponent goes to... No, goes to 5. And I have an extra Mutavault to defend, if I need to. But I don't think he can kill me with just this Death Shadow. He might need it to defend anyway. Well, there's an extra Death Shadow, which is not great. Yeah, it doesn't do well against Unblockable, but he does have Fatal Pushes in the deck. And I think I'm going to take it. I think I'm going to take it because if he only has one removal spell, I can still attack back. He kills the Lord and he blocks 1 and takes 4. He doesn't die. He doesn't die. But if I draw an extra Lord, he dies. I think I just have to take it. Because then I can kill him with an extra Lord. Yeah. I only drew 1 Lord this game, so... I have 11 more Lords I can draw. And it's not a Lord. That's fine, though. I still have a Waterlogged Grove here. Let's get to Kraken. Opponent probably has the removal spell. That's a Mutavault. That sucks. So he probably has the removal spell, right? He's going to kill this and then block whatever attacks. If I just attack with Silver Gill, he still kills this and blocks it. And then I die. So that's not nice. I'm just going to pass. I mean, I'm 99% sure he has the... I could just transform Mutavault and go for it and just hope he doesn't have a removal spell. If I attack and he kills, though, he just kills my Silver Gallagher for free. Fine. Pretty sure I'm going to get Fatal Pushed. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Yeah. Because now I have to block with Mutavault, and I don't think I have an out. That's the problem. And if he has removal, he just kills me now. But then he would kill me anyway, right? That's dragon. Yeah. Let's see what I had on top. If I had not attacked, I would still have a Silver Gill Adept. And I would draw an island. So I was dead anyway. Doesn't matter. All I draw are lands. That's fine. 1-1. 1-1. This is the Merfolk list I'm currently using. It's not bad. So far I've played 4 leagues with it, and I've gone 4-1 every time. I usually lose match 2, oddly enough. But it's not bad. It's not bad at all. I don't like Reclamation Sage on the sideboard, but I think it's very important for the enchantment deck. I have 3 Silver Gill Adepts. I would like to play a 4th, but I can't find a slot for it. And a lot of the time it's just kind of crappy. No, I want to play 4 Tidebinder so much. I'm even playing 2 Spreading Seas on the sideboard because Tidebinder is just so great. And I would like to play 4 first. And I can curve out with this pretty well. Land creature, 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 creature. Sounds good. And I'm against Yawgmoth combo. That's bad. Yawgmoth combo is pretty good. I'm going to play out the lords that don't give Island Walk first because I kind of like the lord that gives Island Walk. But Yawgmoth combo is a very hard matchup. Stoneforge. Ooh, it's not Yawgmoth. Batterskull. And another Ignoble. Okay, let's lordy lord. Would like to draw land, but while I can't, I just draw lords. Grief. Evoked grief. Sure. Took my Merfolk Trickster so he can Batterskull and I can't tap it down. Chalice of the Void kind of sucks right now. I think I'm going to Lord and attack with everything anyway. If he wants to block with Batterskull, fine. Cauldron complete. That's nasty. He just drew Cauldron, huh? Just drew Cauldron? Yeah, there you go. The first strike is a problem. But okay. See, now where's Tidebinder? I really would like to draw Tidebinder. It's not Tidebinder. He's going to Batterskull this turn. It's pretty bad. I can't really attack him well. If I attack him with all my lords, he's going to block here and here. He's going to kill both my dudes. He's going to lose nothing, and he's going to gain 4 life and take 3. So that's bad. I'm just going to pass. Yeah, if I do draw a Tidebinder Mage, he will die. But he's going to play Batterskull now, I guess. And Sword of Fire and Ice? That's bad. That's pretty bad. Yeah, I need to draw Tidebinder Mage like now, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Mutavault. A bit late, aren't you, Mutavault? Put a Chalice on 1 just because I can. I cry like a baby. I'm not dead yet. If I draw Tidebinder next turn, my opponent does die because I have Mutavault. I have 4 Tidebinders. So it's this guy here. Tideshaper, sorry. Tideshaper is 1 mana, 1/1 with Kicker that gives Spreading Seas, basically. I have 4 of him. So. Okay, so I'm just dead now. Opponent drew Vindicate. Yeah, okay. Now, so that was bad. That was pretty bad. I think Force Vindications are bad. Dismembers are good. Reclamation Sages are good. Chalice of the Void is bad. Collector Oops are okay. Pretty good. I'll put a couple of them in there. Curse Totem's okay. Yeah. Curse Catcher is bad. He doesn't really play that many important instants for me to kill. I think that's what I'm going to do. I could Pithing Needle for the Gaga, but kind of feels bad. I'm on the play. I kind of want to be more aggressive. Collector Roof, Rex Sage attacks. Spreading Seas is... I mean, he's Abzan, right? And he plays Mana Dorks. I think it's going to be hard to screw him. But Curse Catcher is just pretty bad. I'll keep a couple of Curse Catchers because I want to be aggressive. I think on the draw, I might take out a Curse Catcher for Spreading Seas. Yeah, I'm going to try it like this. I don't want to board in too much. There's Tideshaper. So, whew. Well, I think I'll keep. Opponent is mulliganing to 6. And just say land go. Opponent went land go. Which is pretty good. Breeding pool here. I think I will Tideshaper to try to screw my opponent a little bit. Get rid of his green-white. Maybe it does something. Grief. He doesn't have white for ephemerate, so that's nice. He gets rid of a Vindicate. I'm going to play Aether. I think I'm going to go for Silvergill this turn. I know he has discard, but if he's going to Grief to discard, I think I still want to have the extra card from Silvergill. Plus, I can't play Silvergill next turn because I won't have an extra Lord. So let me just Aether Vial here, attack for 2. The next turn I'm attacking for 6 with the Lord. It's more likely he has removal than discard anyway. Probably has a Fatal Push. Yeah, but I already had land drop anyway. I already had too many lands. Sort of Fire and Ice, okay. I think my opponent is screwed on white. He doesn't have white mana. Tide Shaper is, this is true, it could be Mutavault. You are correct. Operation Bing Bong. Slap in the face. An extra Aether Vial. I seem to drop Aether Vials in multiples. There's a Noble Hierarch, which can get equipped with a sword. Okay, that's pretty bad. That's okay. I'm going to draw a Lord and win the game now. Wreck Sage. Get wrecked, opponent. Get wrecked. He doesn't even have white mana. And opponent concedes. Okay, game 3. Game 3, game 3. I don't think his deck even plays Wrath. Could be a Dam, but he needs 2 double white for Dam, and he only had 0 white. So, kind of screwed him there. Now, do I want the Spreading Seas over something? Do I? Over Catcher? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. I can try it. I think he doesn't have too many sorceries and instants for me to destroy. I'm thinking Vindicate. But he does, for his mass removal, he does have, what do you call it? The engineered explosives. So, it's not great anyway. Curse Catcher doesn't get too many things. I think that's going to be it. I don't think I want Force. And Curse Catcher seems weak. I'm on the draw especially, so let's try this. Okay, let's see. One land with a bunch of crap, that's Mull. And that's a keep. What don't I want? This is a little bit of a nombo, but I think it's still worth it anyway. Probably gonna mod the Mutavault here. I'm bound to draw an extra land, and I can hold off. No, I could Vial, but I kind of want to Vial on one, because I'm not going to Tide Shaper on one. I think I'm going to put Mutavault back. So I can go land Vial, then on turn 2 I can land Tide Shaper. Vial goes up to 2, then I can... I don't know. Yeah, Vial's probably not as interesting here. I'm on the draw. Okay, that's fine. I'll keep it like this. Kind of want my oof to stick around. Opponent does land Hierarch. Here's the problem. It's hard to screw an opponent with mana dorks. So why Spreading Seas, not the best. He might Vindicate me as well, which would completely make me suck. Which is why Vial is good. But he does not Vindicate me. Okay. So I think I'm going to Tide Shaper anyway. Yeah, he has a fetch land, so he can get a new white mana, but it'll incentivize him to kill my Tide Shaper. And Fatal Push. Okay. There's the Triome. There's the Verdant Catacombs. He's playing a Siege Rhino. Okay. I think I'm still going to Svielen. No, I'm not. I'm going to play Silvergill. Otherwise, I can't play Silvergill later. I kind of want Svielen to be alive, so I want more Merfolk to be in play. I'm going to get hit by Siege Rhino, but... No, there's an extra Svielen, so I'm good. I'm good either way. Yeah. If I play Svielen with 2 other Merfolk, she's indestructible, which is nice. That's 5. There's Stony. Sword of Fire and Ice. Which sucks for him because I have Collector Roof. In this case, I think I'm going to... I have to play Collector Roof. That sword is going to kill me. Yeah, so let's play Mistbinder. And Collector Roof. And pass the turn. So he can't equip the Sword of Fire and Ice while Collector Roof is alive, which is nice. But he still gets to hit me with Siege Rhino, which is not so nice. And he just drew Kaldra again. Oh boy. What does it matter? Your opponent just draws what he needs. Collective brutality. So I'm just dead, yeah. That's fine. That's a hard. Abzan and Jund matches are probably the worst matchups for Merfolk. I would say Abzan is probably a little bit worse than Jund. These attrition-based matchups, they destroy everything that you do, and your deck relies on a lot of synergies between the different Merfolk pieces. And 2 or 3 Merfolk don't synergize as well as 5, right? And 1 Merfolk is kind of useless by itself. So it's a very hard matchup for you to win. These days it doesn't suffer too much. Old Jund does, but with Renin 6 and and Ignoble Hierarch, and Jund is playing with Ragavan now as well, which also fixes his mana. So it's pretty hard to screw Jund right now. Renin 6 is just a beating. You can never screw him. And Abzan is also playing with that new sorcery that exiles permanents. So he can just exile your Spreading Seas. It's pretty bad, yeah. But it's not like we have a good plan. Either way, the matchup is bad. Okay, this is better, yeah. Okay, so Land Giver. This is probably Heliod combo. I'm going to go Ether Vial here. Curse Catcher is pretty good to have on the Vial. And I don't think he has an instant or sorcery that for turn 2 that I want to counter anyway. Yes, main deck Chalice is amazing. The problem is Chalice on 0 takes out all of the Cascade decks. There's a lot of Cascade combo. There's a lot of Burn and Delver decks that also have very good Chalice matchups. So yes, Chalice is very good right now. This league, it hasn't been great, but every other league I've run it, it's been incredible. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna do a little bit of land screwing here. I can get an island, and I think I'm going to kick the Tide Shaper. Get rid of white or red, or green or red. I'm going to get rid of red. I think red is a little bit more annoying than white, than green. So let's get rid of red there. And I want to get Tide Shaper down so I can attack with Lords of Atlantis, which is also nice. So there's a Noble Hierarch. And an ether vial. So it's good to get rid of red. He wouldn't have had green for the noble, but he would have been able to play noble with Aether Vial anyway. So that's fine. Let's start Operation Bing Bong. Okay, Cavern of Souls. I think I'm going to put a Chalice on 1. The opponent does seem to play a lot of 1-drops. And I kinda don't want to get Paths Exiled or something like that. So let's put the Chalice down, especially since my opponent's a little bit light on lands. His good cards probably cost 1. And let's attack. Five in the face. Opponent is using Yorion as the companion. If my opponent does nothing, the second Lord of Atlantis is lethal, so he will die if he doesn't have some sort of answer to my fish. Knight of Autumn, sure. He might just gain 4 life here. See, destroyed my Chalice on 1, so he probably has something on 1 he wants to play. But it's not going to matter because he's just going to die now. So I think I will just Violin Lord and attack. I don't think my opponent can do anything. Let's find out. There we go. That's lethal. Okay, so he's playing Yorion, which is annoying. I know the deck he's playing. It's a 4-color Yorion deck that has a ton of blink effects, ephemerate effects. It uses Recruiter to pull out things like Magus of the Moon and all sorts of nasty things. He has a Kiki Jiki in there. He has Restoration Angel in there, so he can combo. It's a pretty weird deck that tutors for most of his pieces. I think Force of Negation is kind of bleh. I don't know. It might be useful against Ephemerate if he wants to combo, or against a turn 1 Vial. Yeah, Chalice is pretty bad here, actually. I'm going to take out the Chalices anyway. I think I might just bring in a Collector Roof as well. Just because it's a creature. And it stops his Aether Vials. I don't even know if I want Dismember. I probably do. He plays Meddling Mage and weird things like that. It's almost a humans deck with a lot of blink effects. He does. He plays four Gagas. He does indeed. And actually Curse Catcher is pretty bad. He doesn't really have that many instants and sorceries. Most of his stuff is all creature based. plays a lot of creatures. Oof plus Svile is kind of a nombo, but if Oof is on the table, I'm happy. And yeah, if Oof is on the table, I'm happy. So it doesn't really come into play that much. It's just so worth it to have Oof. Plus, my opponent is an Ether Vial deck. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep it like this. Yeah. Try that. Okay, so this is good. This is a good hand. I can keep this. And I can Oof as the last card in my hand, unless I have an emergency where I have to Oof because of an opposing something. So Oof is actually pretty good here. I will Breeding Pool Aether Vial. Next turn I can Tide Shaper. Get rid of one of his Sacred Foundry. Or whatever it is that he's picking up. There's Stoneforge. He does have double white. He picks up Cauldron Complete, which is annoying, to say the least. It's very hard to race Cauldron. I think I still Tide Shaper. And try to race Cauldron. Right. But I don't think I can win anymore. The problem is he's going to Violate Cauldron now with the Stoneforge Mystic, and then he can protect Cauldron with the Giver of Runes to give me a 4-turn clock. It's a pretty fast clock. I have 3 more turns where I have to kill him. And in 3 turns, it's going to be very hard to kill him. I can try. Okay, so if I had Dismember, sure, but I don't. So it's probably I'm gonna Violent Trickster, he's gonna protect it, and I'm still gonna take 5. So that's gonna be pretty bad. I'm going to place Vielen now anyway, because this Vielen is indestructible. And I'm going to try to race him. And Vielen gives me Ward. So, let's see. He has 3 more attacks before I die, assuming I don't get Lightning Bolted or something other that's weird. Let's see if I can race him. Because he can also block. Stoneforge and Giver of Runes do block. Trickster can remove a block, but still iffy. Iffy. I have Mutavault as well to help me. It's a good thing Cauldron doesn't have lifelink vigilance. That would be a problem. I think I would be more scared of Batterskull than Cauldron. I think Cauldron is kind of crappy. People love Cauldron. I'm not a big fan. There's a blocker and ether file. Okay. So here's where Collector Roof can start doing things, right? Okay, there's Tide Shaper, so I can get him out. I can lock him out of lands. But locking him out of lands and dying to Cauldron is not nice. Either way, it's not nice. So, what do? I can Tide Shaper, lock him out of a land, and Collector Roof. So he can't do anything, but I think he's still... He doesn't... He has Exalted, so that's a problem. I have to block. I have to block Cauldron. If I Trickster on his upkeep, he's going to Giver of Runes the whatever I try to Trickster down, so it's not going to do anything. It's just going to tap Giver. Trickster only taps down creatures, it doesn't tap down land. Plus he has Noble Hierarch to get him out of the land screw. I could try to Trickstar down Noble, so he doesn't really do much. If I attack with everything, he has to block, right? He's going to take 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Shaper, but Trickster and Noble. I could try that. But that means I don't violate a Lord this turn. Well, I'm going to attack anyway. I'm going to keep up Merfolk Mistbinder and attack with everything else. And I think I can get him dead next turn. Maybe. If I don't die. Let's try to attack first. See what I draw. Maybe I'll draw Dismember. And I don't. There's the blockety blocks. It's going to take 3. And give it protection. Okay, that's fine. Doesn't really matter. Oh, if I had a Dismember. Okay, so I'm going to Tide Shaper. Blue, please. His other mana. On upkeep, I'm going to try to tap down Noble. He'll probably give it protection if he wants to do something. Either way, I have to sacrifice Trickster to block. And then I try to get 9 damage through with 2 Lords. Yeah, it's true. But he might just Giver of Runes it. So I can actually block Cauldron. Cauldron is not unblockable. It has Trample, but it's if I block with something, I do save life, right? I really want to draw land. I want to draw an island, specifically. It's true, he could give Cauldron Protection. But if he gives Cauldron Protection, then I could just tap it down in response, right? If that was if I didn't Trickster. Oh, he can lethal now. If he has another noble, he does. I died. Yeah, I died. Okay, so it's 1-1, is it? Or is it 1-0? I don't even know anymore. Yeah, I've already sideboarded, so it's 1-1. Tough, tough, tough. I think I'm going to keep it the same. And submit. And I will keep this. Nah, I just like Totem. I mean, it shuts down Stoneforge and a couple of things, but it's not great. It's not too great. Well, it does stop mana dorks, right? But I don't like Totem in this matchup. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's go for the Vilesies. He has Giver every time. I might just Trickster the Giver, play a Lord, start attacking. Sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good. Wall of Omens. Cool. So I'll just Trickster the wall. So I can start Operation Face Slap. I'm going to get the breeding pool here, even if it shocks me, it hurts a little, because I might draw Collector Roof, which I need the green for. Sure. Let's get rid of that wall there. Okay. That was nice. That was a good draw. Skyclave Apparition. Okay. I actually rather he kill a lord than he kills Svielen, so. I'm actually gonna go up here. It shuts off the rest of my weird stuff, but I do like instant speed Svielen. Probably going to give it protection. That's fine. I'm actually going to Svielen now. Yeah, I'm going to Svielen now. And the reason for that is I can still play Trickster at instant speed, but more importantly, it gives ward to my other Merfolk, and she's indestructible anyway, so he probably has to kill the other Merfolk before he can kill Svielen, and I kind of like the ward. If I play Svielen in response to a removal, the ward doesn't trigger. It has to be already in play, so yeah. There's a Skyclave, that's bad. That's fine. That's what we get. So I'm actually going to Trickster this Giver here so that I can get in damage. And next turn I can keep up the Force of Negation. And there's the Lord. So let's get in some damage. I'm not going to hold up Force of Negation, but I still think I'd rather just punch you in the face. He can double block the Master, but then I get a token, so I think that's fine. And he'll take 8, so it's still fine. The token kind of makes a difference anyway. There's Stoneforge. So I'm guessing Batterskull's up next. There's Batterskull. Charming Prince. I guess he's going to blink Skyclave to kill my Lord. No, he's just gaining 3 life. That's fine. I kind of want to draw an extra Svielen. And I draw Rex Sage, which is really good. Now I can Aether Vial in my Rex Sage to kill the Batterskull. That's nice. So I think I just attack with these 3. He can double block one. I get to kill something. Yeah, that's fine. If he double blocks one, he takes 6, and that's good. He can give it protection, but eh. Okay, so what's going to happen is I'm going to order the blockers, then he's going to give protection to the Skyclave. He's going to kill one of my creatures and he's going to take 6. Either way, he's going to take 6, so I like my opponent taking 6. I can hold up Force of Negation and the Rex Sage. Yeah, that sounds good. If he doesn't give me a reason to use Force, I'm just going to pop the Waterlogged Grove. He can. There's a wall. That's annoying. Because I kind of really want to draw a Lord. So I'm just going to pop this thing. Okay, Mutavault. I know. There's another Ether Vial. I seem to be really good at drawing Ether Vials. He can do his Banga Banga thing again, so I'm just going to play an Ether Vial and pass. Otherwise, he can block, double block, protection. I lose a creature, nothing gets through, and not cool. I can attack better next turn with the Reclamation Sage. I'm going to do it now because he can't pay 3 to return Batterskull to hand. I really need a Tide Shaper. Is it Tide Shaper? It is Tide Shaper, yeah. Really want a Tide Shaper. Where is that Tide Shaper? There's Skyclave again. Skyclave number 3 to kill my Lord. That is annoying. Not gonna lie. He's playing Yori on deck, so he's playing an 80 card deck, and at the top 17, he's drawn 3 Skyclaves. That's a creature, I guess, but it can't attack now. Too many blocks. I don't know what I want. I want a silver gill into a lord, I guess. Eternal Witness. Ugh. It's going to get Batterskull back. This is grindy. Grindy, grindy. Now I kind of wish I had that cursed totem. There's a trickster. What can I do with this? What can I do with this? I can transform both and attack with everything and hope he messes up. I can trickster the Batterskull, which is going to block. So that doesn't have lifelink. He's still going to kill almost everything I have, right? He can block here for free. Here he's going to block for free. These guys give me tokens, but they're crappy tokens. Well, I'm going to do it anyway. I guess 4 life. I'm not winning if I don't attack. He might be afraid of a lord. If he counts on the Batterskull to give him lifelink, then he might die. Hello, hello, Electric Bob. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for the follow, Electric Bob. Much appreciated. Let's see if we can get this game. Okay, so if I try to trickster now, he's going to give protection to the Batterskull token. So I don't want to trickster now. Going to block there. I know these two are pretty much free blocks, so I'm sure he's going to block them. I am a fish fan. I do enjoy fish. I don't play fish exclusively. I play a wide range of decks, but I do enjoy fish. I don't have a choice but to let this resolve. If I try to trickster the germ to get rid of its lifelink, he's going to give it protection. If I try to trickster anything else, he'll give it protection. So I think I'm just going to let it trade. Get an illusion. I do take deck suggestions as well, so if there's anything you want to see played on stream and see me get my butt kicked in a league, feel free to suggest something. Okay, I'm just going to concede this one. I'm not going to win it. That giver totally got my ass kicked. Cool. Let me check it out. So let's see what you're playing here. Kahira. Oh, that's pretty cool. Realm Walker. Oh, that looks like an interesting deck. It's very nice. Naya colored. I can make that work. I will play first. Unfortunately, you've walked into a losing league. This is the 4th league I play with this blue-green Merfolk. All other leagues I went 4-1, and this league I am going, looks like something poorly. Okay, so I'm on the play. I can kind of curve out. I can keep this. Cat tribal, indeed. Looks interesting. It doesn't have too many tribal synergies. Well, I guess it does. There's the king, there's the fella, sword. Okay, yeah, I can see that. It's pretty cool. Haven't seen a cat tribal deck before. It does indeed play Kahira, yeah. And I've played on this stream Elementals, I've played Shaman, I've played the Fish. I've played a lot of elements, so a lot of tribals. Okay, so I guess Tron. Tron is a problem. My hand is not the best against Tron, but I will try to curve out and hope to start drawing some Tide Shapers. Shaman's actually pretty good. I pretty much stormed out several times with Shaman Tribal. It's very interesting, to say the least. So I think I want to go for Sviel in here, be more efficient. Next turn I can double spell with Master and Lord of Atlantis. It looks like I'm playing Mono Blue Tron, which is a Tron. Mono Blue Tron is quite the weird one. Remand, okay. Get some F6 value. All right, so I think I'm going to Lord here for efficiency's sake. Well, I can't actually. I can Lord once and then play an attack with Mutavault. That seems fine. Kind of want to put him on the clock. Can't let Tron get too comfortable. Okay, expedition map. Probably picking up a, okay, Tron piece. I would have gotten a blast zone, but that's just me. Spatial contortion, sure. There we go. Landy land. That looks nice. Okay, so I'm going to Master and Svielen this turn. And remand, sure. I'm guessing he has Tron now? Yeah, expedition map Tron, sure. So he's going to have 3 mana? Can he stay alive with 3 mana, though? That is the question. Curse Catcher. Curse Catcher doesn't do too much, does he? Let's try to go for the lethal. He might have a Spatial Contortion. My favorite deck? Not sure. I just like a lot of decks. I just like playing Magic. Mostly I like black-red colored decks. I'm usually more in the Grixis sort of vibe. Okay, so I'm playing as Tron. I kind of want Collect Roofs. And I like Force of Negation. And I like Spreading Seas. So This is what I'm bringing in. 6 cards. What do I take out? Okay, so against Tron, Curse Catcher does nothing, pretty much. And Chalice of the Void also sucks. So, I want to get rid of these guys. Do I want to bring anything else in? I guess Pithing Needle's okay if he does Karns and things, so let's try that. Reclamation Sage can get rid of Worm Coils, but if he's playing Worm Coils, I'm probably dead even with Rec Sages or not. So let's just ignore that. And submit. Magic is awesome indeed. Yeah, Grixis is pretty much my favorite color combination, but everything in the Grixis spectrum is pretty fun. Blue-red, black-red, blue-black, it's all good. And I think I can keep this. This looks good. This looks very good. Yes, all-in combo, not a fan, personally. Even in Commander, combos are just unfun to me. You're not going to catch this channel with ad nauseum type decks. That's not cool. I could Pithing Needle this Expedition map instead of Aether Vial, which is something I can do. If I Pithing Needle Expedition map, he kind of has a dead card. But it does set me back a turn. Yeah, Needle sounds pretty good. Yeah, they do have 2. They probably have 2 Tron pieces anyway. Okay, I'm going to Needle that map. Your move, opponent. Needle's more here for Karn, but he does have both Tron pieces there. But it is Tron, so it's very likely that he simply has the power plant in hand, in which case I'm just going to Tideshaper his mind there. Make sure he can't do that. There you go, buddy. There's an island. I know you like islands. I know you like islands, buddy. Oh, Vial would be at 1 now. Next turn, Vial would start throwing in Lords, and I can double spell Lords. But as much as I want to kill him as quickly as possible, because, see, there it is. There's the power plant. See, he doesn't even need Expedition Map. This is why the Pithing Needle is kind of wasted here. Tron is just ridiculous. Islands are the best cards in Magic. I have to say that. Okay. Let's go for a Lord here. Lordy Lord. Get that clock going before he top decks another mine. With Tron, it's usually a matter of time before he does something ridiculous. This is true. But I could have... yeah, that's true. But I could have needled afterwards, right? Gemstone Caverns. Yeah, it is weird. I have to say it is weird. I'm just going to Lord again. Okay, Lordy Lord. Attacky tacky. Cavernous Souls is probably saving me against some nasty counterspells. Let's play Vial number 2 here. And say go. Map also could have picked up a Blast Zone, which is unfun. And there's a Ballista for 2, which can't kill anything because they're all 3/3s. All right, that's a 2/3. You got a 50 play point refund. on that league. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. We haven't lost to 2-0s in a while. I think either way would have won that game, because they would have cracked the map on 2. They would have picked up a Tron piece. I would have then tide shapered. It might have turned out the same either way. Opponent was kind of low on cards. So this deck here is pretty good. I've been tinkering a bit with this this blue-green Merfolk. It might just be better to go all in on mono blue Merfolk, but I think the Collector Roof and Rex Sages on the sideboard are just really good right now. I do. I stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at around 2 hours ago. Around 2 hours ago until about now-ish. So, I think I'm going to close off here for today. Thank you for the presents, everyone. Yes, Oof is incredible right now. There's a lot of affinity decks playing. It's great against that Asmore deck that's playing a ton of artifacts. There's a few different versions of Asmore. Well, thank you. I would appreciate a raid. I'm quite a new streamer, so I should play EDH. I could play EDH occasionally as well on stream, but it's not going to be very common. Sure, you can feel free to raid me any day that I'm streaming. So I do have the stream scheduled on Twitch, so feel free to follow me there. And I will be uploading this to YouTube afterwards. And you can find my YouTube channel on Twitch as well. So thank you for the presents, everyone. Please feel free to follow, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.